Now it's recording. Okay, theme song.
Hello and welcome to the Worst Movie Ever Made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind, to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ockman, joined by my co-hosts and fellow mad scientists, Rob Scucci and Bob Hasek. Hey guys, how are you? And why are we doing this?
I'm great. I backed up my computer and I switched over to Microsoft Edge for my browser, which is like, if you follow any sort of memery, the shittiest browser by like any means necessary. And everything's working great tonight. So let's see if that continues. Bob?
Oh, Microsoft Edge. I haven't partaken except when it comes up without me asking. Yeah. I'm doing all right. We are doing all right over here. We're except for this movie. That's why are we doing this? I don't know why we're doing this. Like I almost wanted to throw in the towel this week.
Yeah, it was really boring, but we're going to make it fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't boring. It was really fun. You should go watch it, and then you should stop this and listen to it later.
Yeah.
After you see the movie. That way you know what I'm talking about. But if not, we will just throw it to some YouTube comments for you to lighten the mood.
All right, I've got 3 of them, 2 short, 1 long. So number 1, probably going to have the usual divorced man and wife with a child plot, and in the end, they get back together. And these are all off the trailer, by the way. I love the scenes where the military are in the bunker reacting to the more interesting things happening outside the bunker. And the last one, okay, people, you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on this movie. I have a copy in my hands. Here it is. Men build a weather machine. World rejoices. Cocaine, sex parties all around. Machine malfunctions causing cataclysm worldwide. Audience gasp at the unpredictable, impossible scenario. A mother covers her child's eyes. Millions die. President of the USA looks dumbstruck while a single tear rolls off his eye. Meanwhile, camera slowly backs away for that wide shot we all love so much. Gerard Butler saves the day while holding a child, running from an explosion. Roll credits. Mom cries. Kids cry. Dog cries, and I die a little inside.
Did you write that?
I didn't. I did not. Just some random guy did, but I was like, yeah, he nailed it. Fucking spot on.
So, we need to have him on as a guest, or her.
I'll message them.
If you're listening, check us out. Email us and be like, hey, I want to come on the show. And we'll be like, all right. Test number 1, the worst of its kind.
Is this film the best of the worst or the worst of its kind?
2012, John Cusack.
I liked it.
Never saw it.
It's 39.
If you like Nicolas Cage for the same reason that you like later in career John Cusack, it's good. If you don't, it's not.
Oh, well, then it's not.
Yes.
Is it another disaster movie? Is that basically what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a 2012 end of the world thing. Instead of John Cusack, like he stopped doing rom-coms and now he does weird like dark dramas and like the occasional like one-off like action movie, and it's fascinating to watch.
He is in isn't it a Mayan like calendar thing?
Yeah.
2012. Yeah. Okay. Well, 39, like I said, not great. Olympus Has Fallen with Morgan Freeman. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Gerard Butler's in that as well.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, I got a 50.
Okay.
The Day After Tomorrow, which is something we should do.
Yeah.
Because I think it's horrifyingly bad. Jake Gyllenhaal only got a 45%, but that's more than I would give it.
Isn't that Liam Neeson too?
No, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Old action guy. Got it. Yeah.
A movie called Gamer, that's starring Gerard Butler and only Gerard Butler. 30%.
Okay.
But that, of course, I don't mean that it's like Castaway, like he's the only person, but the only notable person that I noticed when I quickly reviewed it. 30% there, so pretty low scores. And Independence Day finally with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, I thought deserved better than a 60%.
We have a similar conversation every time this movie comes up. I know you and I like it, Chris, and Bob doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
60% is generous.
Wow. Hey,
That's a wild. That'll be a wild card movie sometime down the line where like we just butt heads on that one.
that'd be fun. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Team up on Bob.
I can dig it.
Average of 44.8%. Do you guys want to venture a guess?
32.
32 and 21.7.
I said 44.7.
Oh,
Yeah.
one decimal point less. No, 17%.
Yeah. Okay.
Ouch. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
real bad. So it actually is negative 27.8, which is better than I expected, and worse.
Fair.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, well, I already jotted down the score for this one. So why don't we move it on to test number 2, which is now Ain't That a Pitch?
I got an idea for a movie, and here's my pitch. I get a job and quit my band, and you stop being a bitch.
Ain't that a bitch?
Freak out! I'm alone now. That's the
All right,
next
this is nice. This is the haiku edition. We'll see how this one goes.
Oh fuck! Go. You guys go first.
For us, I guess.
Oh,
All
good.
right, who goes first? One of our haikus or one of Rob's? Oh no, okay. We're gonna buy Rob some time. Go, Bob.
I went first last time, Chris. Why don't you go first?
Okay, ready? This is my Geostorm haiku. Storms may soon combine. World full of flame and water. Nope, JK, we're good.
Oh, not bad. I it's hard to get an entire movie, even as one as simple as this, into a haiku. But I did my best. Okay. All right, you ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, my haiku for Geostorm. Climate change is real. Secret Service can be hot. America bad.
Sums it up perfectly.
I didn't have much to work with, but Armageddon sucked. Interstellar also sucked. Geostorm sucked too. Not really a pitch, more of a review.
Good quick
Yeah.
writing.
Accurate. Well, so what movie do we want to watch out of those? I'm going Bob.
Yeah,
All right.
I want to see the hot Secret Service. Yeah,
Me
I want to see
too.
what that's all about. Do they have like a calendar with like a fold out?
I mean,
Hey,
she was pretty.
I didn't say what gender. I said all of them are hot. So
Yeah,
everyone wins.
yeah.
It's true. It's true. Something for everybody.
I hope so.
Unlike 300 with Gerard Butler.
Yeah, exactly.
All
right.
I'm going to give it a star grade. How about that?
Oh, fun.
3.5 for Bob's pitch.
I'm gonna go just down the party lines with that and go also 3.5. I think.
Okay. Nice.
Excellent.
I think
Thank you.
because like it's tough with pitches because I want to give Bob the credit he deserves, but also I don't want to give the subject of the pitch the credit it doesn't deserve.
Right.
So I think
Right.
3.5 solid for that.
Yeah, it's kind of a confusing little test, especially because we
Yeah.
do something a little different every week. But we're going to give it to Bob this week with a 3.5. And
Yeah.
Nice.
we're going to send it to test number 3, the worst dialogue.
This is not the greatest
Dialogue.
song in the world, no. This is just
Some
a tribute.
bullshit. Yeah.
Wow. Still I can't get over that one.
Yeah.
What a bumper.
Low effort. Top tier low effort.
Yeah, agreed. You just don't have to do much, Rob, and just brilliance spews.
I know.
This is Jake. It's Gerard Butler, right?
Gerard.
He's explaining the satellite thing that went wrong over Afghanistan. You guys
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
And he says The SR-22 uses sonic waves to slow molecular movement, causing cooling.
Mm-hmm.
Is the science even good there? I don't know. Can you use sonic waves to slow molecular movement?
So let's just try to visualize this. A sonic wave is like a voice. So like Meatloaf screaming at somebody, and their body's made of molecules. So does Meatloaf screaming make you slow down when you're running?
It has. It has in the past.
So that's fair.
It has.
I mean, that's a small sample size, but I think it's evidence. So maybe it's not as bad, which is why it's number 10, right?
Right.
Okay, so right after that, Jake asks what kind of satellite went rogue over Afghanistan. Actually, it was right before. And Duncan, the guy who was wearing a sleeveless shirt on the Dutch boy thing, he says, "Oh, that's my favorite. I call it a rock and roller."
It was so incredibly unnecessary.
Yeah.
What the rock and roll thing? The like overly punk British guy that's wearing no sleeves on his job in the space.
Start to finish. Yes.
Yeah. Everything.
Well, hey, that's why I made it. Number 8, this is POTUS. I'm just going to refer to him as POTUS because in Vantage Point and Geostorm, they thought that sounded really cool. So
Nice.
Let's continue with that. He's giving his speech for a split second. You only get, because I don't think they had much confidence in writing a speech for a president. So you get a quick flash of what he's saying to inspire his people. And he says, "United we stand. United we can." And then the crowd goes, 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years.
Yeah.
Andy Garcia. Yeah.
All right. How about we throw it to our first clip with Power Converter?
Uncle Max?
Hey, what you doing up there? What is that, a solar generator?
Dual axis sun tracking solar generator. Replacing the power converter.
Getting more like your dad every day. Hey, where'd he find that?
You seriously asking that question?
Oh, of course. He made it, right? Here, come here, you. It's good to see you. How you doing? You okay?
I'm really great.
Okay, what's going on here? All right, this is freaking me out. You're supposed to be 9 years old.
13. You were supposed to be part of my life, but shit happens.
Ouch. So what's going on here? You living with him now?
He gets me 2 weekends a month.
Oh, good. Well, how's your mom?
Justifiably pissed.
I bet.
Hannah, it's time.
What's she pissed at? Justifiably.
I don't know.
That she has full custody almost? Like, what's she mad at? I'm so fucking confused by that line.
Yeah, it's lazy writing, very tropey. I mean, it's the girl who's super, super smart just to prove that her dad's smart.
Yeah, like proxy smart, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't want to go all catch-all on this one, but like he's like the most accomplished scientist
in the
on
world.
Earth ever, and they're like, "Oh no, he gets his daughter twice a month." Like it just seems unnecessarily uncharacteristic. Like he's the most accomplished guy on Earth, but he can't take care of his kid, who's obviously brilliant.
He's not even drinking, and that fucking, or you know what I mean? Like he's not like a wreck. His life's not like he lost like the fucking thing he built, which is devastating. And there was a divorce probably resulting, but like he seems to have his shit togetger. Regardless,
He's working full time. It seems
that little RV is like $300K easy.
Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah,
their character sketch on him was just poorly done from start to finish. No surprise.
Yeah, agreed. Moving on. There's more to be said there, but we'll leave it alone for now.
Yeah.
This is Sarah, the hot Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying to, what's the brother's name? Jake.
Yeah.
Jake and Mike.
Jake 2.
Jake 2. So
Other
she's
Jake.
talking to Jake 2, and she's like, "We go now. You get us a car, and I'll get us a president." Is that badassery? Is that what we're taking that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they know exactly where to go and how to coordinate, like, and sync back up with those two things.
But it's liquid cheese. It's like Velveeta.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's throw to another clip. How about Fired?
You look much older than I would have thought. I mean, you look good, but your physical appearance does not match the amount of time that has elapsed in your life. Am I getting fired?
I did chuckle at that when I saw it, just because it's bad, but like in another context, it could be funny, and it just wasn't in the right context.
Right, the writer was hired for the wrong job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way that he follows up with the "Am I getting fired?" thing is another typical setup. So I did not chuckle. I was
Fair.
sad.
Fair.
You're fair. That was fair of you to say. Let's throw it to number 4. This is Deckham, I guess is how you pronounce his last name. Is Ed Harris's character. I'm just going to keep this one short and sweet with no context. The president is the kill codes.
I never understood it from the time they said it to the end of the movie. I never understood it.
They just mean it's not like a series of numbers and letters. It's like it's all biometric. So they need to bring the president to whatever place to like, you know.
That's poor planning. That's poor planning.
That's really poor planning.
Yeah. What if he got assassinated at that speech?
What if he plays the bass and like his fingerprints don't like show up on the scanner?
Yeah, true. But seriously, I just imagined like Gerard Butler like dragging his dead body like, oh wait, no, I guess it wouldn't be him, it'd be Jake too. Dragging his dead body like to pick his head up and put him into the retina scanner. It's like, oh my god, he got shot in the eye. Fuck, what if he got all right. Yeah, just that struck me as also like Kraft mac and cheesy. The president is the kill codes. Yuck. Let's let them do some more of their own talking in this clip called Geostorm.
What do you mean? If someone is covering up a system defect, there's potential for critical failure on a global scale.
If Dutch Boy has a catastrophic failure, it can create something
Far worse than the very thing we're trying to prevent.
what we call a geostorm.
Wait, slow down, Chang. All right, what?
A geostorm. Simultaneous catastrophic weather events triggered all over the globe.
Once they pass the minimum threshold, the storms will start causing new storms, like a chain reaction, until they merge together.
It's got to be a glitch.
I'll give you a call when I know something.
All right. Thanks.
These pipes had not been well maintained or upgraded in years. And these things just
Chang thinks Hong Kong has something to do with Dutch Boy. You know, he's implying some kind of cover-up.
I just got a text and POTUS called a last-minute press briefing.
Why, you can't stay.
Oh, when duty calls, duty calls.
Neither rain nor snow nor gloom of night, right?
Honey, that's the Postal Service. We're the Secret Service.
There's a difference, really. I didn't know that.
Right, so they just bang. She gets called to like protect the president. Could you imagine like something happens and she sneezes? Anywho, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, I mean, we love it when the name of the movie is in the movie.
Yeah.
First of all, but that sounded like a PSA. It almost sounded like you know a company like movie that you would get in your training. And they're like, oh, this is how you would do this. And they're like clearly over explaining something for all the dummies. Is how he sounded when Chang was describing what a geostorm would be as exposition for the audience. And it struck me as insulting, honestly.
Yeah, and for the people that he's talking to, like, they understand, like, what's going on, kind of. So he could have been like, Geostorm, what's that? A big fucking storm. We need to fix it. Like, done.
Yeah, exactly.
Next scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been way better.
For the audience.
And I don't, like, geostorms are not, like, a real thing, right?
think
Like,
I doubt it.
I never heard the phrase before this movie, and I still call it geocatcher.
I feel like you'd have to be Jupiter to be a geostorm.
Yeah.
Or Saturn. Something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, I apologize if I'm getting all sweaty on camera. I don't know why, but it's like 107 degrees down here in my basement.
Ugh.
Just for all of you to know, when I'm like wiping myself off with towels by the end of this podcast. Number 2, Amir says, self-destruct. Why would you build that into the station? Fair question. I also would like to know. And then Jake says, in case it fell to Earth. Would it not have to defy the laws of gravity and orbits to do that?
Yeah, instead of having one impact site, they wait till it breaks orbit, then they send like 1,000 pieces down instead.
Right.
I mean, if it's in orbit, it's kind of superimposed. It's like superpositioned in orbit then, right? Like once you get it out there, it's not going to fall to Earth unless the mass of Earth changes, right? I mean, it's no longer propelled. That's why the ISS can continually go around the Earth. It's not being propelled. It's in orbit.
Yeah.
That kind of junk science really bothered me because the person at home is supposed to be like, oh, yeah, good point. If it fell to Earth, you wouldn't want the whole thing to land. You wanted it to land in a million pieces.
Yeah.
But you should be like, that's totally ridiculous.
Stupid.
Really dumb.
All right, let's throw it to our last clip of this segment. And I don't know if this bothered you guys as much as me, but it's number 1 anyway. Let's throw it to the drum roll.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
That's the Offspring. That's from Smash.
Thought that was you.
No, I haven't had time to set my fucking kid up, but I'll try. I'm gonna work on it.
Do it. This one's called Stand Up.
If you don't want to take this any further,
I totally understand. I do. I do and I don't. Kind of like going on a roller coaster or eating Chipotle. What's our next move?
Okay, I need you to find anything you can on a file in Project Zeus.
Project Zeus?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we have ourselves a brospiracy here.
Just run the damn search.
Nice.
A brospiracy.
A spiracy.
Yeah.
Honestly, the roller coaster Chipotle thing, I guess, like, not too bad. I called it stand up because all of a sudden we've got a stand up comedian in the movie. Yeah. It's kind of like going on a roller coaster. Eating a burrito. I want to, but I don't want to because of the possible side effects.
Yeah.
But then she says, so I'm already annoyed. Like, I'm already starting to boil. Like my brain's already starting, like it is right now in this basement, just like starting to bubble. And then she says brospiracy. And I stood up and I broke my ankle with my hand. Luckily, I was able to just put it back together. But that's how mad I was. Yeah. Did it bother you that way, or is it me?
It's like Neil Patrick Harris's character on How I Met Your Mother. He's like, it's time to have a bro down. It's gonna be a bromance. We're gonna bro down with the bro. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Like, let's turn it down just a little. I can't even think of anything because I can't remember it. But like, it's not funny. It never was funny.
When her character first arrived in the movie, I kind of had a feeling like, oh, that's where that character was going to come in. Like, I knew it was going to happen at some point. There was going to be some kind of spunky little like stand-up comedian. Yeah. Most likely someone who wasn't white. Most likely someone who was underground or in a subservient position. And it was exactly what I should have predicted.
Yeah.
It's Abby from NCIS, the freaking goth with the pigtails and always has a big gulp. Then Gibbs comes in, he's like, "What's going on, Abby?" And she's like, "I'll tell you what's going on." And she starts like typing really fast.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Did she get that role from this movie? You think?
No, they got the role from this movie from NCIS. I think.
Yeah, because this was 17, I think, 2017. So it was not long enough.
And Abby was like 2004 to 2000 till like 2 years ago. So they totally stole it.
Got it. Yeah, so they were just like, all right, let's transplant her from there to here, and well, we have our comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's more to be said, but I'm leaving it for the catch-all on her specifically. Let's do the worst production. Test number 4.
The worst production. The worst
Production, put your pollen to work.
The worst production. The worst
Production, make my statement go berserk.
Even though it's a very inappropriate song, I picture the Muppets putting that on, like with the heads going side to side. That's what I picture.
You can't ever really see what they're doing below the chest, so.
Yeah,
that's true.
Just saying.
Good for Muppets. So I had a hard time. I had a hard time with this one because there wasn't much production to behold. Like my first thing was like, okay, this was produced, filmed, edited, and released. That's the worst production because none of that should have happened. But then I got to thinking about it a little more, and they mixed two things without actually mixing two things. They had realistic fiction, which wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't very realistic, and complete science fiction. And usually you marry one or the other. Like a Star Wars is like, it's complete science fiction. Like everything's made up. You know it's made up. It's easy to fall into that story because it's like, okay, I get it. It's suspending disbelief. I get it. Then there's realistic fiction like Volcano or Dante's Peak, where like it's a volcano and you know what they do. They spill lava, they spew things. This was like too much of one and the other, and I never quite knew where to fall. So I felt like it was it was I wouldn't say it was writing as much as just the entire production was they couldn't figure out if they wanted to be fiction or science fiction, or excuse me, realistic fiction or science fiction.
Yeah, you know what? I was trying to think of what I didn't like about this movie, and I think you made the point because I couldn't reconcile the fact that they had such a super cool space station, such as Dutch Boy, in a realistic fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like that's like Battlestar Galactica. Like you have like hundreds of people living on that thing. That's just not like something we don't have one of those, do we? In real life, I think most space stations have like 4 people on them, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
so. Like, I couldn't like. It removed me from the film. Just knowing that it wasn't like what you were saying. It's like, well, is it sci-fi or is it realistic fiction? So I like that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I couldn't figure out why I was so mad the whole time, but I was just saying that with the Dutch Boy being in orbit. It's not going to fall to Earth. Like, that's a Star Warsian thing to say, which you'd be okay with in a universe like Star Wars, as you put it, Bob, because anything is possible. But they want you to believe that we are under the laws of physics in the real universe with technology not far surpassing ours. Like, it's supposed to be kind of present day, right?
Basically, yeah.
The only thing that was really different was like those, like they had like the cool like tablets that folded up to the size of a pen. You like whipped it out and it turned to like
the holoframe.
Yeah, the holoframe. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, the old holoframe. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
But
yeah, pretty cool.
This came to me when I was driving at one point this week. That's when it hit me. I'm like, oh, that's what pissed me off about this movie. So it took me some time also.
Yeah, but it's a perfect encapsulation of the problem.
Yeah.
Realistic fiction and science fiction. You can't be both. So is it an and or is it a versus? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, Rob, let's throw it to your ad read this week. I can't wait to see what inappropriate product we're bolstering this week.
This is just mean. Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by that guy on TikTok whose girlfriend left him because he was too fat. So he spends the next 2 years of his life getting fit, but out of spite, failing to realize that it's not the weight that was the issue. Perhaps he lost the girl because he was putting so little effort into himself that there was barely any room for effort towards the relationship. So now you have a former fat, now super fit guy with a fucked up ego thinking she's going to slide off the bar stool and come crawling back, but the reality is that she probably moved on before she even dumped him. Fat chicks who do this are also annoying. Maybe the better motivation to be had is in the form of good blood work. Jesus.
All right. Well, thank you for that oddly specific.
I hate the
internet. Test number 5. Let's get into it. The most offensive.
Eric, did you just say the F word? You? No, he's talking about Kyle! Eric! Dude, you just said it again! Stanley! Kenny! What's the big deal? It doesn't hurt anybody.
Nice.
There you go. There's your free space for the bumper. And I gave you one more with the let's get into it. We're going to show you guys somewhere on social media the bingo card that we actually did make up. Thanks to Bob. He totally did make that up. Unless I was dreaming, but I'm pretty sure he did.
No, we produced one. It's a 3x3 though. I got to make a 5x5, I think. So it's like the full bingo though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
so we'll have to get it out there so people can play along.
Nice job, Rob.
Woo.
Yeah. Oh, it was Rob that made it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Our names rhyme. It's easy mistake to make.
No, I remember last week Bob saying, "Oh, I'm totally going to do that," and then he got lazy, I guess, and you did.
I got real lazy.
Yeah.
actually, I paid Rob Bitcoin to do it for me.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? I felt like slight embarrassment for not knowing which one of you did that, so then I diverted and blamed it on Bob.
Yes.
and we all went right along with it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I'm okay with
that. That was what we call realistic fiction.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do number 2 because I want to save number 1 now that I'm looking at it. Number 2. Jake not answering the NASA guy that says to him, "How does it feel to be home?" as he's like floating into Dutch Boy. Did you guys pick up on that? The guy's like, "How does it feel to be home?" And he's like looking at him in the in like the big holoframe thing. And he's just like tinkering with stuff and just never answers him.
Yeah.
Super awkward. I didn't have a lot, to be honest with you. Here's a couple more. Why tell Demok, Ed Harris's character, the plan right before you execute the plan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's bad news.
But like I said, I didn't have a lot, and it was kind of just like we didn't have a catalyst for action, really, if they just solved the problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here's another one. The space savior, when they gave you the, oh my God, Gerard Butler is actually going to die. They went there, and I'm going to give them some credit for the emotional tug that they were able to get somehow. But then he's like, "Hey, what do you think about trying to Hail Mary to Uta or whatever her name was?" And then some guy's just out there in a space shuttle and just picks him up. And like, this is so cheap and lame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
It makes no difference either whether he dies or not. Like, it just like, because the daughter he's desperately trying to get home to had less than 3 minutes of screen time. There's
true.
No one sitting in the seat in the theater watching that has any emotional stake in that whatsoever.
Yeah, they're not like, oh my God, what about Hannah? How's she gonna grow up?
Like, who?
Yeah, isn't she with her mom 80% of the time anyway?
Yeah,
no, like 98.2%.
98%.
Every one weekend every 2 months or something like that. It was
every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Every
so
other
4
holiday?
days. 4 days a month. That's 4 out of 30.
Yeah.
So what, that's almost 1/8. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
something like that.
Yeah. Okay, number 1, getting drunk at 11 a.m. on your daughter weekend.
Also that.
And that, yes.
Yeah.
That's the only really good one I can pluck from there. You guys have any mentions?
No.
It was not an offensive movie.
No, it nothing, for everything that happened, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I had one when I was watching it, and I should have written it down. Maybe it wasn't as offensive as that's why I didn't remember it. So I'm going to say no.
They go ahead, Rob.
I got something, but I'm not sure it's in. I don't know where else to put it. But like when they're in Hong Kong or in Tokyo, or I'm gonna get shit for confusing the two. When the streets were like blowing up and it was like the eggs were frying on the sidewalk. Like,
yes,
people's feet weren't fucking on fire. The soles of their shoes sticking to the asphalt. Like their cars, all the tires just going down the road on all those cars. And the same thing when they were in, I think it was in Afghanistan with just like the desert was like frozen. Like, you're saying that people like surrounding that blast radius are completely fine. Like, there's no collateral damage at all.
Yeah, good point.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
It offended me, so that's why I think it's offensive.
Yeah, I'm offended too.
There you go.
All right, I had two other mentions, but I'm not. I didn't put them down as like actual. Like, you probably shouldn't say these, Chris, but now I'm going to say them. One was they kind of threw me for a loopsy whoopsie because I wrote down during my notes that, of course, the like olive skinned, Muslim type character is fucking with the ship, and then like it looked like space terrorism, and I was like, of course they're picking the fucking dude with the Middle Eastern kind of look to him to do that, but then it turns out he was a good guy, so I was like, oh, good, okay, never mind. And then this one I shouldn't even mention, but when they're in Hong Kong, was it Shanghai? Where were they? Hong Kong? Tokyo. Where were they?
Tokyo.
We don't know. We still don't know.
It was in Japan. That was my
Tokyo.
bad.
It's Tokyo.
No. Guys, we're just joking around this. We're just trying to be offensive because this movie wasn't offensive enough. And
I genuinely mistook the two for a second, but that's what I was going through. Because
when Chang is in the convenience store, there's a cute little kitty that keeps jumping up into like the refrigerator because it's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do like almost a close up on the cat's butthole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why do we need that? So I wrote it down, and then I was like, you don't need to go that crass, but here you are.
You know what's funny too? Cats like heat. Cats like heat.
Yeah, true.
If your vertical blinds are split just a little bit and there's a beam of light on your floor, the cat will lay in that beam.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
So, yeah, he's probably happy with the heat. Maybe he's just trying to get some milky.
Yeah.
Chris made a really good point, though. The fact that they showed the Afghanistan flag on the guy's arm and like he was the one who was supposedly messing with the ship, they really played on stereotypes. Not stereotypes as much as prejudices of the day. So I give them a lot of negative feedback for playing to our prejudices.
They want us to think. They want us to think. Oh, he's one of those. Oh, wait, he's not so bad after all. Like that's the thought they want us to have.
Yeah. So that I think that trumps everything, so to speak.
Nice. Okay. Well, I didn't put it in my minigame, unfortunately, but I did do that this week. We do have a minigame. But for now, we'll throw. Oh, and make sure to mark your bingo cards for the free space, South Park mention, and your. Let's get into it. I threw it in there for you.
Yeah.
But for now, let's do test number 6, the worst acting.
Test number 4, the worst acting. Naturally, we'd use the Catwoman thing for this one. Yeah.
All right, as we do, we have clips for you, starting with the first. This one's this happens fast. This one's called Zap.
Zap. Simpsons bingo.
Jake Lawson, I've sat
Simpson in here in room 12. Lawson, you the Dutch boy guy, right?
Yeah.
Man, I need to shake your hand.
Oh, okay.
Tornado. Zap. Blizzard. Zap. Monsoon.
Zap.
Zap. Everybody down here owes you, Jake Lawson. If you need anything, you just ask.
It's the first and last name. Like, no one needs to. Like, they do that because it was early in the movie. We needed to find out. I smacked the microphone. We need to find out that was the guy's name.
Yep.
And it never sounds natural. Chris Ockman.
No, it doesn't. They do it with the president too. I don't know if you guys call it that, but they say the president like 17 times.
Yeah.
And then
I
Otis like 30. Yeah. Just so you know which guy is the president.
Yeah.
I know you put it in worst acting, but that was one of the better scenes in the whole movie.
I felt like the guy's like zap, and then
Zap.
Zap.
It was hilarious.
I didn't think I'd be able, like, given I was Jake Lawson in that scenario, I'm not sure I would have been able to. I wouldn't have felt prompted to say zap. I don't think after 2.
You're probably right. Yeah,
it felt like it didn't ring true. Let's go to our second. This one is 5-second clip. It's called "Not Enough."
I don't have a not enough.
Oh, really? Maybe I didn't send it to you. Okay, well,
I got a very long one.
Is it called "Not Enough"?
No, it's called "He's fucking floating."
Oh, but it's not 5 seconds.
I don't have the timestamp on this. Should I just click it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Christ, we're going to lose him.
Yeah.
We're going to lose him.
Oh, yeah. Rob, read the title that I sent.
I just got to go to the source folder really quick. Was that the right clip, though? Was that the correct clip?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, let me see. Go to podcast.
Play it again after all of this
podcast segments. That's episode clips, Geostorm. He's fucking floating into space. He's floating into space, and that's your reaction. That's your fucking reaction. Are you fucking joking?
Okay, play it again.
Okay.
Oh, Christ, we're going to lose him.
Yeah.
We're going to lose him.
I was so mad. I forgot that I wrote something different in the outline than what I sent you. So my apologies for that. But yeah, maybe it's because he's the evil British guy, but you don't know that yet. And he's like, we're going to lose him. We're going to lose him.
Oh, no.
He's floating into the endless void of space. It's like the most horrific imaginable death. If he doesn't just suffocate because the suit's out of oxygen first, he's going to die of boredom. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm doing a little flipperoo. I have 3 and 4. Go backwards here because I like 3 being 4 better. You don't need to know any of this. This one's called Cancel the Handoff.
We need way more proof than I have. We're talking about shutting down Dutch Boy. I mean, even for an hour, that puts the whole planet at risk.
No, I don't think you understand. Someone sealed off the back door into the system. A back door almost no one knew existed. But the president did.
No. Jay, come on, what? Are you out of your mind?
Not saying it's him. I'm saying, what if? Who else has the resources to pull this off? Murder, cover-up, and a virus that can only be stopped with the codes in his pocket.
Why? Tell me, why? Why would he do that?
We're 2 weeks away from transferring Dutch Boy to the rest of the world. 2 weeks away from losing autonomous control. Now, he talks a good game, but he's never going to let it happen. A series of disasters, an international crew to take the fall, and you'll have to cancel the handoff. And who would blame him?
You stay on top of your satellites.
Max. Hey, Max, don't do anything stupid.
Taking that role was something stupid.
Yeah.
All that talk about the back door. Oh.
Yeah, on the Dutch Boy.
I mean, Butler does have an accent, does he not? Like naturally, doesn't he?
Not naturally. He's Scottish, yes, and his brother is English.
Okay, yeah. So, it felt like you can hear it. You know, he did an okay job at hiding it for most of the movie, but they gave him a long monologue there where he really had to like dial it up, and I think his accent slips, and he's just not behind the material enough because it's not well thought out. The plot even so How do you deliver that which you do not understand? Like, how do you kill that which has no life?
Yeah.
They pulled a kickboxer, a Van Damme. He's like, we were born in the UK.
Yes.
Did you hear that at one point? And just like Van Damme, he's like, we were born in, I forget where the hell they were born in, wherever the hell Van Damme is from.
Yeah.
I have
same
it
thing.
catch all, Bob.
Oh, why do I do that all the time?
No, it's okay. I'm not pissed.
That should be demerits, right? That should be a bingo card. I think a bingo card space is Bob ruins one of Chris's bits.
I like it.
No, it's okay. I always have 200 bits because the catch-all segment's always ridiculous. You know, all these stupid thoughts that I have. But yeah, I'm gonna try to just skip over it when we get to it. But as soon as he walks into the room in Dutch Boy and introduces himself to everyone, the British guy's like, "Oh, you're American. I can tell. Of course, they're gonna send up some American corporate guy to tell us what to do." And he's like, "Actually, you were born in the UK." Which Bob totally was an explanation for whatever accent he let slip through.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is lame. Okay, we've got one more. This is another shorty, so just hang on. I think you'll enjoy it. It's called GDPOTUS.
How in hell did you?
How? Because I'm the goddamn president of the United States of America.
Motherfucker.
Like, who is this guy in the movie? Who is this dude that, like, it's so important that we get that line in? Are you kidding me? Like, he just was rescued by the Secret Service chick, and he gives her no credit whatsoever with that line. She is completely whitewashed with all that hard work she did when he's like, oh, how did I know? How did I? Well, because they told me. No, let's go with, I'm the goddamn president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Which, wouldn't that be POTUS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
POTUS of A.
Ooh, I like that. President of the United States of the United States of America.
Potashua.
All right, fact or no fact?
The worst movie ever made presents Fact or No Fact.
What are we calling this one?
Oh, I had a name for this one, and it was Eco Mourn. But mourn as in like someone died, like this movie.
Okay.
Instead of Geostorm was Eco Mourn. Okay, so that's what I thought of. Originally, I ruined GeoCities on my text chat earlier, so I ruined it.
Yeah, but they didn't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I realized it wasn't as funny as it was in my head. Okay, so we have 5 non-facts. Let me rephrase that. We have 1 fact within 5 pieces of information that could be facts. And you guys have to discern which one is the real fact and which ones are bullshit. Okay, so
here we go.
This movie was Geostorm. First fact was 3 of the actors in this movie are Academy Award nominees. That's first fact.
All right.
Second fact. NASA scientists were requested before the filming of this to consult, but NASA stated the events were so ridiculous that they declined. Okay, that was the second one. Third one. Yahoo Movies listed this movie as one of the top 10 scientifically inaccurate movies of all time. Okay, the fourth one. The Red Cross, put up several stands at theaters in the U.S. featuring pamphlets with information on what to do in case of tornadoes, floods, and blizzards for concerned people that had just watched the movie. And the last one, in the desert freezing scene where all the actors appear in this frozen area, their breath was actually put in by CGI. They didn't have the wherewithal or forethought to just film them in a freezer.
That's believable.
Okay. So, was it Academy Award nominees? Was it NASA said no way? Yahoo Movies said scientifically inaccurate or junk science for Chris's sake? The Red Cross put up pamphlets for blizzards and such? Or the breath was CGI in the frozen scene?
I got a question, Bob.
Yeah.
Are they Academy Award winning nominees for this movie or just in general?
In general, nominees.
Oh, okay, because that makes it harder now. Okay, if it was for this movie, it'd be obviously a lie.
No, this movie, no.
So we got see 2 and 3 are tripping me up a little bit because NASA. I know they do that. I know they have like physicists on Big Bang Theory, like making sure their formulas on like their whiteboards are correct and stuff, and that like the dialogues are actually like accurate to the mathematics and like whether or not it's true. I've heard that somewhere. 3. So that trips me up because between 2 and 3, if one of them is true, then like the other one kind of also is true. Red Cross is bullshit. I mean, I think it's funny. I think it could it'd actually be really great marketing for their brand. Just to like, hey, you saw the disaster, now see the solution type of thing. So I could see how that would be a good marketing. And the breath being CGI, I mean, if they filmed it in a freezer, they're going to have to digitally remove like the HVAC. So it makes more sense to film on location than add the breath. So I'm going to go with number 5. Final answer.
I'll go with 3 actors or Academy Award nominees, correct? Nominees?
Yes, nominees, yes.
Not winners.
Correct.
Okay, I can see it. I'll go with number 1.
All right, so 4 of these facts are facts from a different movie, but I'm not going to tell you what movie it was in case we end up doing it. Okay, the only one that was a fact from this movie was Chris's 3 actors were Academy Award nominees.
Fuck yeah.
Good job, Chris.
I'm finally back on the board.
He's back on top.
Can I guess which?
Go ahead.
Ed Harris, obviously.
Ed Harris.
And then I'm gonna say was the kid who played Gerard Butler's brother in 21.
I don't know, but he was not one of the nominees.
Okay, so I already lose. I'll say Gerard Butler and the president then.
No, the president, Andy Garcia. He was one. Ed Harris. And then I don't know her name, and I don't even know what part she played. But it was a female in this movie, and I don't know who it is. But she also was nominated for Academy Award.
Utah, by chance? Did it list her character name?
No.
It might have been the woman that is like in charge for Jake while he was.
No, it was a slightly older woman. I just can't think of what part she played.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was in it, but she wasn't. She wasn't a notable character in this movie, but she was awarded. She was nominated for some lesser-known indie film in like the early 2000s. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I mean, I knew Ed Harris had to have one.
Yeah.
Then I thought there might have been Gerard Butler might have been nominated for 300.
The president, Andy Garcia, he's famous.
Yeah, I when you said Andy Garcia before, I tried to remember his name because I knew he was a presence. So I thought that's why he was my third guess. But I thought that kid might have been from 21, and that movie did well that year it came out. But I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, but that's
anyway. That was fun because I won. All right, Rob, why don't we do the catch-all?
Oh, right. We're only asking you to pick up what we're throwing down because you're not catching it in the first place. Welcome to the catch-all.
Thoroughly enjoy that bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Really solid bumper.
Sexy.
Stock footage in the opening montage has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah, no.
I wrote Hannah the narrator for obvious exposition trope.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what was that guy's name? Fender?
Yeah.
From Cyborg?
Oh, right.
I like the death.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the disorder. I like this world.
Shouldn't he have an attorney at the oversight committee hearing?
Yeah.
Or anything if he's that inept.
What do you call what do you call what they perceive to be global treason? Like, you know, like that's a pretty high accusation or whatever. Like he was, you know what I mean? It's like just treason on your country's level's bad, but like if the world thinks you're fucking them all over, then lawyer up.
Yeah, for sure. Does being frozen make you easy to break like that, or is that junk science too?
I'd imagine like if you like snap someone's arm off, there'd still be like tendons like roping it together, right?
Yeah.
Or like sinewy.
I deal with frozen meat sometimes. I can't just chop it like karate chop it in half.
Right. I mean, if it's frozen solid, yes, nothing's going to hold it together. But what's it frozen with? Is it the water? Is it the blood? Like something's got to freeze. Aside from just there has to be some liquid in there.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
I felt like that was wrong. Good CGI, but at this point in 2017, who cares?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Disgraced genius becomes alcoholic mechanic trope.
Yes.
Eggs frying on the road trope you mentioned, Rob. Doesn't he need some retraining because he goes from an alcoholic to an astronaut in 24 hours?
Probably.
He was already up there.
I guess if he kept in shape, yeah.
I gotta correct myself too because I said he wasn't even drinking, but I mean like but he had that beer, but like he wasn't like getting shit faced either. He was like doing like that was like mowing your lawn and having a beer to me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how disgraced he was because like he seemed to be like building a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, well, he's a super genius. So
it'd be funnier if his daughter was drinking a beer too. That
would have been pretty good. Yeah, I would have enjoyed.
He grabs her beer and like pops the cap off on the solar panel and hands it back.
they toast.
Yeah,
yeah, that would be awesome. To your power converter. Cousin Todd just messaged me on Facebook Messenger. He wants to know when where we're going live, but I cannot leave the room without knocking Bob off. So I want to get
I can jump right back on. It's okay.
Okay, I'm just going to tell him because I think that'll be fun. He contributes.
Nice.
Do it. Don't fuck it up. Oh, there's one thing I did catch while Chris is kicking you off. Wait, up. We're losing Bob.
And he's gone.
Right, I'm gonna wait for Bob on this one because I think he'll really appreciate it. There was a Star Wars thing I was talking about when we were doing that like George Lucas bender.
Okay.
Here comes Bob back in right now.
And
coming in hot.
There he is.
All right, Bob. Star Wars. This movie. There's like one person who's doubting everything, and they all turn around at the same time and yell, "Shut up!" Did that not happen in this movie?
Oh, that was C-3PO, right?
Yeah, they did that shit in this movie though. During one of the Dutch boy scenes.
I think it's when they were like oh, there goes Bob again. When they were theorizing like how to save the day so that Dutch boy doesn't explode or something like.
Yeah.
They had like a naysayer in the ranks.
Yeah, but like we were saying, like that was the anti-trope in Star Wars because they kind of started that whole like exchange. I'm sure it was in Guardians of the Galaxy and like a lot of other sci-fis. Where, just shut up! Like it's like okay, they tried doing it too. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome.
I have a total nitpick. This is stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. They should have flown up some cargo or something with him. Like they did an entire fucking space flight just to drop him off at Dutch Boy.
Some new uniforms, undergarments,
food, fuel,
oxygen,
dehydrated beans.
Dehydrated beans. I mean, I don't know if they ever fly anything up there without those on board.
Yeah.
There was some kind of a thing I read online that said like the fact that they flew the shuttle immediately into this cargo bin without like changing the gravity or oxygen levels, like he was able to just jump right out of the machine and walk into the thing. Like it just seemed the junk science was just there. That's all.
There was another Star Wars moment, like when the ramp comes down in the Star Destroyer, and here comes Darth Vader just walking down the ramp.
Right.
Yeah.
Without having to do any of that. But in Star Wars, it's fine.
Yeah.
Here is the My Brother and I Were Born in the UK accent explainer I wrote. 34-minute mark. I at 34 minutes, I paused it. I took a look and I wrote down, I'm bored. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I also wrote, we mentioned already, but wow, the holoframe is so cool. ...
Yeah.
This is the other tech girl thing. Is she kind of Deus Ex Machina because she is a story driver, or could it have been the brother? I kind of got like they needed her as a vehicle to move the plot because the brother couldn't do it. Otherwise, I don't know.
No,
you know what I mean? It
'cause,
felt like a little Lex Machina to me.
I think it ended up being that way, but like Chang could have also like possessed that knowledge and know-how on the computer, and
that's true. That's true.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And then they had him but they needed somebody who knew too much to get whacked, so they knew how deep it went.
Yeah.
So I think he was the Deus Ex Machina, and then they knocked him out and like, oh shit, we actually needed that, and they kind of leveled her up a little bit.
Let's take that popular chick from NCIS. Todd says he's hoping for YouTube live. He's sad, but he understands. That's what I got from that message.
Once we figure it out,
yeah,
we'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Todd, we got you.
There's some major hurdles on YouTube Live. We'll just say that.
Yeah, but we got you, cousin Todd. It's coming. Ed Harris is obviously evil the whole time.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Like I knew that I knew that both of you would know that Ed Harris is going to be the foil, pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
And then I bet nothing's bad happens while they're in open space.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! The suit bursts, and it looked really funny. And it's also terrible CGI of their faces inside the inside the really space. Bad. Yeah. Papa Lawson says, I'd rather catch no fish with my family than 20 fish alone.
We never went fishing. So that's you finish what you're going to say before I'm going to go on a short
It reminds me of Dante's Peak and of The Hard to Kill.
Oh, yes, the fishing.
Yeah.
So they're speaking in code, right? And they're lining up the space between the words he's saying with like the audio file, so they could I do the editing for the show. I do music editing and stuff. Like I'm not like a audio engineer by any means, but I know like my way around like a digital audio workshop. Depending on like how long the tape was running on either end, it just doesn't line up magically like that. And they had the conversation, they bounced it down, and they're like, boom, and it's like, no, dude, you're gonna have to zoom in, like scroll really hard on the mouse, and then like put your face against the screen, and so that took me out of the movie. I was like, there's no way it works that fast.
Yeah, there should have been like they do in TV shows. There should have been I'll get back to you as soon as I crack the code, and then have an indeterminate amount of time. 3 minutes later, come back.
Yes,
because it would have taken some time. I agree.
Yeah,
I do some similar editing, and it's not that fast ever.
Yeah.
1 hour in, I paused the movie and I said, I'm still bored. Plus, there's no Geostorm.
It was like the second half of the third act. And you're like, oh. And by then, it's like waiting for the new Tool album to come out. We waited 13 years and you're like, oh, that's all you got. Like, you really screwed the pooch on that one, man.
Replacement satellite idea. What was that? We have enough satellites to replace all the satellites on the thing that is above Earth. So let's just shoot them at the thing. I didn't understand it at all.
They had an identical amount of massive satellites just sitting in their freaking hangar.
That's right. Ready to go. Moment's notice.
The movie is a 0-hour trope.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Duncan did it for the money, but there won't be a planet left trope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad guy sucked into the vacuum of space trope.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty easy to steal the president of the United States.
It was.
Let's hope it's not that easy in reality.
Yeah.
Dog in danger trope, guys. Another Dante's Peak. And Bob, to your credit, it's also true in Independence Day. So
I was holding off on that, hoping you would find it first, because I'm like, I can't believe the dog came back for another disaster movie. And it did.
Another one.
It pisses me off. Listen, like, I grew up with dogs. My parents rescued dogs. But if the world's ending around you and you see a dog that's not yours, are you supposed to give a shit about it at all?
Not to your peril.
Okay. Yeah, because like, you're going to bring it to some place that has no food and it's also going to die slower.
Exactly. Even if it is yours. I mean, I hate to say that. It sounds cruel, but like you said, bring it to what kind of world, you know?
Maybe the right thing to do is to pick it up and just right into the lava.
Just get a molten piece of rock and just throw it as hard as you can, make them chase it, and then run away.
Oh, those are lava bombs. You can check the trajectory of lava bombs if you're careful.
That's very true.
We got to hashtag the ASPCA for this episode.
The endless lightning towards the end is stroke inducing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Lots of annoying junk science, as we've already mentioned. I will say, though, another credit to them was the CGI of I call it a Dune Nami, was kind of that looked cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
some of it was.
It was Dubai, I think, right? That was getting completely flooded by whatever water what is that? The Caspian Sea?
Yeah.
I don't even know what Dubai rests on. That would do that. I don't know. Who knows? Please drop. I wrote, please drop to Earth in a spacesuit. I was praying that they were going to do that somehow.
Yeah. and they would somehow fuck it up while he's dropping, like his hair would be blown back, like in the wind, but he's inside a helmet.
And like just before he lands, he just goes with the suit. It's just like a little burst.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish. Why was the chick who decided to stay with the ship, even though he told her not to, hiding the whole time?
Because she lives there.
Yeah, I live there. I live here.
Because she's so devoted to her science that she wants to die in outer space.
Yeah, why hide though?
Yeah, just
the ship's already gone, and she doesn't show up until it's convenient. You know?
Yeah.
The brother resolution trope, of course.
Yeah.
This is the dead end of the movie, and I said no Geostorm, so the entire advertisement for the movie does not happen. Oh yeah, Hannah the narrator. She comes in at the end.
I forgot that Hannah opened the film.
Me too.
I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, wait,
she did.
Why is the daughter narrating at the end? Did she narrate at the beginning? Was there a narrator? I had to rewind it and double check that there was
when she came in, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. She was narrating in the beginning, but like literally never again. So
yeah,
it was just bad.
So usually I pause like when I start to get pissed. And I remember pausing right after I heard the opening, "That's my dad," and I'm like, "Oh fuck! I'm going to get something strong to drink during this."
Wasn't there a "That's my dad"? Oh, it was in Volcano with the girl talking about Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh yeah,
maybe, and she was like playing rock paper scissors or something.
Yeah.
What beats a volcano?
My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones would have been great in Geostorm because he's really good at just delegating things to people loudly.
He is.
And I would have at least liked his voice better.
Yeah, the fugitive role.
Yeah.
What happens to the planet now that we have no Dutch boy?
They're gonna rebuild it, right?
Yeah, I guess, but wasn't it built because of the turbulent weather that was killing people off?
Right.
2 million people in one day in Madrid.
That's on hold.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's all I got. You guys want to throw anything else in there?
No.
Nah.
The alternate ending.
Or you can do this, or you can do that, or you can do this, or you can do that, or you can do this, or you can do that. Just pick one.
The president was actually a decoy, and the Geostorm got him. While people are mourning, the real president is being rushed to safety in an emergency vehicle. Meanwhile, a divorced space guy cuts off the wrong hands for the biometric thing and inadvertently destroys the world. Wow.
I really thought you were just going to give us the plot of Vantage Point.
Yeah, I was going to say that was very vantage pointy.
I started there and took it somewhere else.
Yeah, nice. Bad credit names. Not bad this week. Maybe not.
Bad credit names. Bad credit names.
What's up?
I like that. Sorry, they're not bad this week. I'm still not used to there being a bumper for this one.
Yeah.
You want to play it again? Play it again.
Yeah, sure. If you listen very closely, I fucked it up, but what I went for was the main melody on the kazoo in the background is "If you want my body and you think I'm sexy."
Bad credit names. Bad credit names. Bad credit names.
Success.
Yes.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, they're not that funny this week, but they're good.
Right.
You know, it's one of those. We mentioned John Cusack earlier. There's a Pud Cusack somewhere in this.
Ouch.
Can I tell you something? Really short anecdote. My uncle on my mom's side is named Richard, and they always called him Dick, and that got shortened to Pud. So I thought my uncle's name was Pudley till I was like 8.
Oh my god.
Well, good for him. It is not.
Yeah.
Joel Bible.
Oh.
All right.
Last name Bible.
Nice.
Abby Cornish.
Cool. So she's like an N.
Yeah. Sarah Flam.
All right.
Bo L. Crouch.
All right.
Clem Dodds.
All right. That sounds like I immediately thought Wade Boggs, the baseball player. For some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his less successful brother, Clem Dodds. Different last name, still his brother.
Yeah.
Kevin Constant.
All right.
Billy Slaughter.
Ooh.
That's a fucking good name, dude.
That's a wrestler name.
That is. I agree.
Yeah.
Queenie Lee.
All right.
First name Queenie.
I had a student named Queenie.
Nice. Hey, Queenie, what's up?
That's the problem with these credit names. Is half the time, okay, more than half the time, I'm like, yep, had a student with that name. Yep, had a student with that name.
Shit.
Yeah. And any time where you have to look at a roster, like you're bound to come across it sooner or later.
This is my 21st year teaching, and I had a student last year with the last name of Areola.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah, luckily he was in 6th grade, so he has no idea yet.
Yes.
Sick.
Okay. Did you have a Pooja Ja?
No.
I have had Pooja, yes.
Okay. I just heard ooh la la, but it's Pooja Ja.
Pooja Ja.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. These last two, I only put at the end because of what they do together, and they are not related in any way. Jazzy Ellis.
Okay.
And Zazzy Beats.
Jazzy. I'm Jazzy, and I'm Zazzy, and we're gonna play some beats.
We're the Beats.
Zazzy Beats.
Nice.
That's a fucking name. All right, let's compare the movies.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Up, Chris.
Nothing compares.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I like it. Wow, man. We are on top of the bumper game today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Howard the Duck and Geostorm. We always give the champion. Howard didn't earn it, but the right to go first with a 31.8 in the negative and worst of its kind for Howard the Duck.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strong score. It's not the highest we've ever had. And
No.
Geostorm got close with a negative 27.8. Also worst.
Yeah.
A solid 4-point difference, though. So let's go Howard the Duck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck. I did Howard a favor by winning the pitch with a 4-star pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, you won Geostorms with a 3.5. So we're going to give that to Geostorm because it's half a point less interesting.
Yep.
It is, though.
It is. That's true.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think we should probably swing the dialogue toward Howard the Duck.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I want Howard the Duck to not be the worst, because the scorers are going to do what they're going to do. But I'm just saying, like, if I had to like immediately watch one of those after the show tonight, I'd rather watch Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a really hard watch.
It was.
I just wanted to get my feelings out in the open. That's all.
It's because you want to see those Mallard memories again, isn't it?
Yeah, those duck ass.
Duck dick TikTok.
Duck dick TikTok. I want to say that like Matt Damon.
Duck dick TikTok.
All right, worst production. Live action adaptation was a bad idea for Howard the Duck. Would have been much, much better a cartoon. Am I summarizing that correctly, Bob?
Yeah, it's good.
And then realistic fiction or science fiction. Realistic fiction versus science fiction. What have you. Which is worse?
I think Geostorm's worse in this instance, and not because I'd rather watch Howard the Duck, but because you got to pick a lane and stay in it. And I think at least Howard the Duck, as weird and fucking stupid as it was at least aware of itself a little bit. And that's how I'd weigh in on it.
I 100% agree. If you're going to have a battle between realistic fiction and science fiction, and then make a movie, you're going to be the worst. So that's worse.
At least Howard the Duck committed.
Yeah.
I agree. Through 4, it's 2-2. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for our little mini game to decide which movie was more offensive.
All right.
Let's take a look. Starting with revealing your plan to the bad guy just before executing it. Or duck nudity.
I'm going to say duck nudity only because revealing to the bad guy is more of a tropey thing.
Yeah, duck nudity is worse. And the only reason they revealed it to the bad guy that way is because they forgot to write it in and they had to get it in at some point. You know, they had to like...
Which is offensive.
To make it work. It is offensive, but like... what's the word? Mammalian protuberances on a duck is also kind of fucked up.
Also, I'm going to speak from personal experience. This came out, Howard the Duck came out as PG. I was a kid. I was allowed to watch it. And then I was very uncomfortable around my parents watching that with him.
Yeah.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's say...
Okay.
PG, wow.
Well, so duck nudity takes that one pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Day drinking daycare. Or... Let me see if I can get this one out without fucking it up. Bare finger inspection of reused corkscrew duck penis condom.
That thing you just said.
Yes, the thing you just said. We are at a tie.
Okay. So I did have a bonus round. Did you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, because it's a tie right now.
No, it's duck nudity one today over
shit.
your plan.
Oh shit, you're right.
That was duck. Let's hear the goose though. I want to hear it.
Yeah, the extra goose is Jeffrey Jones no contest. Because he's a pedophile. There's no other option.
Okay. Okay.
That's why he was chasing Ferris so bad.
Yeah.
It's running down the sidewalk. No.
Man, that's gross, but true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Howard the Duck takes that one as 3-2, and then I'm gonna have to say the acting was worse than Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys
I don't know. I have a hard time with that.
The acting wasn't terrible in Geostorm. It was just like it didn't do anything, and I guess that's the whole point of acting.
Yeah,
I would say I felt more emotion from Howard the Duck than I felt from Geostorm.
Yeah, Gerard Butler really screwed the pooch. I think he sucked. I'm going to go Geostorm on that one.
I think I'm going to have to as well.
Wow. Okay.
In Howard the Duck, they were charismatic and animated. Yes, it was like stupid, like Tim Robbins especially.
Yeah.
But for like a campy, weird sci-fi live action duck mystery thriller, I think they pulled it off okay.
Yeah, I agree.
It paid the bill.
Oh no!
Wow, good stuff.
That puts us at 3-3. So we're gonna have to come up with some demerits to decide which one was worse. And I'm just gonna say Howard the Duck was worse.
I'm gonna say there was no Geostorm.
Oh, god damn it!
Demerits.
No, because Howard the Duck. I'm not like rooting for Howard the Duck. I just think when it comes to like how I want to spend my time, like when I'm not doing the show, if I had to choose between Howard the Duck and Geostorm, I would rather watch Howard the Duck.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Chris is not happy with his decision.
Dude, they said Geostorm like 100 times and there wasn't a Geostorm.
I know.
Geostorm was the most unenjoyable experience I've had so far in this show.
It's like having a movie called Halloween, but it's like in like July and nothing scary.
Shit. Are we really going with Geostorm? Yeah.
Scientifically, it is the worst movie.
Oh, God, I do hate duck science.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like Howard the Duck's two-way multiples of light speed laser beam was any better. But at least it was campy.
It's like
Instagram account Popcorn from Outer Space even mentioned saying Howard the Duck is not even close to the worst movie they've ever seen. Although, they had a few good laughs with it. They've seen much worse, and that's pretty much what sums this up.
Because Geostorm, like you kind of sat through, but like Howard the Duck happened to you.
That's true. That's fair. At least I felt something, and that was violated after Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Okay, Geostorm wins 4-3. Holy shit! I thought Howard the Duck was going to ride this season out. Geostorm is the worst movie of the season.
Yeah.
And Howard the Duck is going to. I don't know. We got to find a new format for the next March Madness tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was super entertaining. Maybe it was. Let the viewer tell us, I guess. Email us at worstmovieevermade@gmail.com.
Or the worstmovieevermade.com, and then they can click the envelope.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. Go to our website. Yeah. Cool. Give us some traffic. We're starting to go live every Tuesday night around 10:30. I think it's going to be right around 10:30, 9:30 Central. Are you Central time?
Yeah.
9:30 Central. I know you're going to miss it this week if you're just finding this out, but I said this last week, and I'm going to say it moving forward. So check us out live at that time on that night. Yes. And next week, I'm not happy about that either, Bob.
So it's not carpool then, I guess.
Oh, no, it's not carpool.
It's Hot to Trot.
Hot to Trot.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Who's in it?
A Bobcat Goldthwait.
What?
Bobcat!
What did you just say?
Can I tell you a really quick short story about Bobcat Goldthwait? He was trying.
Yeah.
He's the ground. He talks like that. He sounds like Tasmanian Devil. That was his bit for a long time.
Yeah, only in the 80s, yeah.
He tried getting away from it, and he was starting to do like some small stand-up shows in like the late 2010s. And he went to Aurora, Colorado, and people kept heckling him to do like the Bobcat thing. And he's like, well, at least you guys are smart to like stand up in the back of the theater. Because, the Aurora shooting.
Yeah. Shit.
He actually directed most of Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Really?
Yeah, he's like an accomplished guy. He's
like an industry guy, probably like behind the camera type of dude now.
Big time right now, yeah.
Yeah, cool. But that was savage.
I wrote to him. Let's see if he says anything.
Yeah, I'm so excited now. I'm really excited for Hot to Trot. You guys,
it's really not good.
All right.
It's good. It's going to be good podcast material. We got to promote the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because I had never heard of it, and then I saw the title and I was like, "Is it a cartoon?" Like, what am I looking at?
No, it's a talking animal movie, talking horse movie. Excuse me.
God. Okay. All right. That I'm a little more intrigued. I will say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much.
If I help on live, it's going to be in the car.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're probably going to do a short one tonight anyway, I assume. So
yeah, that's cool. All right, so anybody got anything else to say before I roll a theme song?
I'm good.
Yeah, nothing.
All right.
Bye.
The worst movie ever made.com. See you next week.